President Cyril Ramaphosa is hosting his Ugandan counterpart Yoweri Museveni today. It marks the East African leader's first state visit in 12 years. It was last officially hosted in 2011 by then-President Jacob Zuma, although he had a short meeting with him again in 2016 in Pretoria. The two are expected to discuss bilateral and trade relations. Continental peace and security will also be discussed, with both countries having peacekeepers in the DRC. The pair will also take part in a business forum taking place in Midrand. Our senior reporter Siphamandla Goge is watching the visit and joins us now with the very latest. Good morning, Siphamandla. Perhaps talk us through the significance of this visit by President Museveni.
It is important in a sense that two countries will be trying to bolster and boost their relations, particularly when it comes to trade and investment. Very little has been achieved in terms of ensuring that those billions and trillions are trickling in for both countries. If you look at the statistics in terms of trade between South Africa and Uganda, it's not really great, about 3 billion rand, and that is something that both countries say they need to up, they need to do more to trade and to create business opportunities for companies both in Uganda and in South Africa. So this visit is important because the Ugandan delegation will comprise of a business delegation from that country. Already yesterday there was a business forum or get together of businesses from South Africa and Uganda, whereby they were discussing opportunities between the two countries. These visits are always crucial in terms of bilateral engagements and bolstering and strengthening those relations between the two sister countries. So in this case, President Museveni was in South Africa, or was last in South Africa in 2011, if I'm not mistaken, and he is coming back again to strengthen those relations between Uganda and South Africa. So you will have the first aspect of this visit, which will deal with trade and investment. But also remember, both countries are contributing personnel, military personnel, in terms of peacekeeping missions in the DRC, and also which will bring into the fore the discussion about, or rather about, peace and stability in the continent. I'm checking up there. I've spotted Minister Aaron Motsoaledi, who is one of the ministers who will be part of President Ramaphosa's delegation. So they will talk about trade and investment, peace, stability and security in the continent. As you would know, that in that region where Uganda is located geographically, there have been some security concerns between Rwanda and DRC, some sort of tensions and instability. So they will discuss what needs to happen to ensure that there is peace and stability, not only in that region but across the continent as a whole. And I'm pretty much sure that they will also deal with the issue of the ongoing war in Ukraine. And if I remember correctly, both countries appear to share a similar position of advocating for a peaceful settlement and talks to say this war has to come to an end, but both countries, that is Russia and Ukraine, need to sit down and talk. So they will discuss that, and they will also look at what needs to happen to ensure that as both countries, they play their role, or rather they play their role in influencing that discussion that they are pushing for. So we await the arrival of President Museveni. We were told that the latest information we have is that he should be landing in South Africa around 10:30, and therefore after that the official program will get underway. A number of ministers are part of this delegation. They include Minister of DERCO, that is Dr. Naledi Pandor. I've also spotted Minister of Tourism, Lindy Wesi Sulu, and other ministers. The Minister of Defense will also part of the delegation, as well as the Minister of Health. So a number of memorandum of understandings will be signed today by a number of ministers, including transport as well. So the question is, what will happen after this state visit? Of course, both countries have got their own domestic issues that they are dealing with. In Uganda, President Museveni has been accused of stifling internal democracy and cracking down on those who are fighting for democracy. And in South Africa, the country is plagued by ongoing energy crises, and there is a looming cabinet reshuffle. So apart from all the issues that they will be talking about, diplomacy issues, but they still need to deal with a number of domestic issues in their respective countries.